Hey everyone, do you feel like you're an outsider? Like you're not really a part of friends, family, coworkers, maybe groups you've been a part of since you were a kid? Like you're kind of the weirdo of the group? Me too. Today we're going to talk about why, when you're on a spiritual journey, you feel so separate from everyone else. Why that's actually a good thing, and how to embrace that inner outsider. So to anybody who's never been here before, hi, I'm Elizabeth Blackwell from Blissful Home and Body, and I've spent well over the last decade of my life so that I can help others set sacred space and get to their highest and greatest self. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about here is that when you are on a spiritual journey, you are growing into a newer and brighter version of yourself. And that's a good thing. But you may not resonate with people the way you once did. And in fact, because you are raising your vibration, you actually may make people feel a little uncomfortable in their own skin. And so if it is outside people who are making you feel weird or different or like you don't blend, just understand that it's because you don't resonate with them in the same way you once did. That you may actually need to take a step back from those individuals because they may actually want to hinder your growth or prevent you from becoming that brighter version of yourself. And so when you do that, when you just take a step back and kind of pull your energy back, that you bless them and their journey, but let them go their own way with love. The second area that may make you feel like you're a bit of an outsider is that as you grow and develop, your interests and values may shift. That those things that once interested you may no longer resonate with you anymore. That you will find new things that feel like they are pouring into you or helping you to develop into the person that you are becoming. That this may be things from meditation or spiritual retreats or new groups of friends, but that is a good thing. That just because those things that from your past no longer serve, that you let those go as you find new things to pour into yourself and help fulfill you along your path of spiritual growth. The third area that may make you feel a bit lonely and like you're on the outside is because when you are on a spiritual journey, you will tend to find that you need greater amounts of solitude, that you'll need that time to go within and find who your true and authentic self is. But that doesn't really make you feel like a part of the group. So instead of looking at it like you're feeling lonely or on the outside, look at it as a deep time of self-discovery and personal growth. The next area that can make us feel very isolated is the fact that a lot of times there is a communication gap between ourselves, those of us who are on a spiritual journey, and the rest of the world. That it's not always easy to put into words the things that we're doing or the individuals that we are becoming. And so it can kind of give us that feeling of separation. And so the best way that I can say to soothe this feeling is to understand that it's not your job to make the rest of the world understand who you are, but for you just to be who you are and understand that when you are in your true and authentic self, that you will naturally resonate with individuals and they will be attracted to you almost magnetically, whether that's friends or partners or loved ones. But that as you grow and develop into this new and authentic version of yourself, that you will find individuals that you won't have that communication gap and who you can express yourself freely to. So those are just a few of the things that can make us feel like we're weird or on the outside. But I also want to touch upon why it is that we experience these things along our spiritual journey. And the first area I want to cover here is because it is necessary for us to feel like we are on the outside or separate in order to have that path of self-discovery so that we can go inward and discover who our true and authentic self is. Some other reasons that we need to kind of feel like we're on the outside is because this enhances things like creativity. When you find yourself outside the mainstream, this also teaches you to think outside the box and in new and different ways. This enhances things like compassion and empathy, because as you become more spiritual, most people start to understand that we are all interconnected. And it enhances things like strength and resiliency. Because when you start to go within and discover who you really are, this is also when you will start to discover a lot of your very deep wounding or more of your shadow side. So you will need that strength and resiliency in order to keep going and to find your path along this spiritual growth. So the last little area that I am going to cover here, as far as feeling separate or like you're on the outside, is that this is one of the greatest tools that you will have in order to help increase that self-love and independence. That you are the only person that you need to spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year with. And that you need to learn to love yourself in that sincere and authentic state. And that you will feel like you're on the outside for a bit, but this will increase your independence because you are not like the rest of the world. And that's a good thing. But as you truly get to that authentic and sincere side of yourself, you will start to resonate with more individuals or people from your past. You will actually find that you lift them up and that they become a higher version of themselves as they see you develop. That this will not be a forever lonely journey, but you may go through points in time where you feel a bit like you are on the outside or separate from the rest of the world. So I deeply hope that this has helped you along your spiritual path to not feel so separate or alone, or to embrace that inner weirdo. I do. I don't want to be like everybody else. Everybody else is boring. And truthfully, I've never found what the true definition of normal is. So I stopped looking. But if this did help you out, please hit that like button, as it really does help small channels like this. Or if you feel like you resonate here with the rest of us weirdos, consider subscribing, because this is a community that is meant to help each of us grow along our spiritual journey. So with that, I will say that I am sending you all so much light and love, and I hope you all stay well, my friends.